This is a story about the right tool for the job. I went to the dermatologist recently, and they have all sorts of tools, but this story isn't about any of those. At the dermatologist, I asked them to remove a skin tag from a sensitive area. Basically, it was on the very innermost part of my butt cheek, somewhere in between my vagina hole and my butthole. The procedure itself was a comedy of errors, and even though this story isn't about that either, I'll tell you a little bit about it. The dermatologist said no fewer than 4 times some variation of, "Gosh, what an awkward spot this is in." I had to lie on my back while several different people hiked up my undies, but let's be real, they gave me a wedgie, and they held apart my butt cheeks to locate the skin tag and then ultimately to remove it. I just think it's important for you to know the humbling sort of day I was having. I had to really set aside my ego to get through the whole thing, and I did. I tried to see the humor. I tried to be glad that I have the means to get this taken care of. I reminded myself that these are medical professionals and this is their job. I was well and truly taken down a notch. So just keep in mind, that's the level I was at as the real story begins. After the procedure, I was told that it would bleed a little and to keep the bandage on for the rest of the day. No further instructions were given. I felt optimistic. This sounded reasonable and manageable. It did not bleed a little, dear listeners. It bled a lot. I had to keep that bandage on for days. And this bandage was in such a place that it could get pee on it while I was using the restroom, and yes, even poop, if we're being honest. So I needed to come up with a plan. I thought about removing the bandage every time I used the restroom and then reapplying it once done, but remember the sensitiveness of the area and the very recent procedure. I really didn't want to be tugging at the skin down there more than needed. For perhaps the first time in my life, I considered how much easier this would all be if I had a dick. Now, here comes the part about tools. My husband bakes bread. He has collected many bread-related tools over the years. Most of these tools I don't have much to do with, as I do not bake bread. There is one tool that stands out, however, and I have sung its praises since I met it. It is called a dough scraper. It is a flat, rectangular instrument made of metal or plastic. The dough scraper does not only scrape dough, it can be used to scoop up chopped vegetables and easily dump them into the pot. It can be used to clean debris off a counter, just swipe things right into the trash. I have even used one to scrape ice off of the windshield. Every home should have a dough scraper, in my opinion. So naturally, as I contemplated how to protect this bandage from my own pee, my thoughts turned to the dough scraper. I could use it as a shield. I thought, we have multiples, so if I kept one in the bathroom for a few days, it would not be missed. I could use one of the plastic ones rather than the one with the wooden handle. That way, if I accidentally dropped it in the toilet, it would be less disgusting for some reason. It is also safe to put in the dishwasher, an important consideration. I had to keep that bandage on for 4 or 5 days, and the dough scraper stayed on the edge of the bathtub, within arm's reach of the toilet, the whole time. If I was out of the house and had to use the restroom, I held it until I got home. So as the holidays near, and you might be thinking of gifts, might I suggest a dough scraper? You even have options. You could get a nice artisanal wood-handled one with a metal surface. It will feel good in the hand and look impressive, but might I also suggest the less glamorous plastic option? Because some jobs require less finesse. Some jobs need a tool that will just get the job done, that can go in the dishwasher, or that can even, when necessary, just get thrown right away. Thank you to the little plastic dough scraper that helped me keep pee off of myself during a humbling, sensitive medical experience. I honor your service.